Hi my crafty friends, welcome back to Kate's Crocheting and Cards. I hope you're all well. I've got a rather special video for you today. It's a sort of how to kind of craft along video. We are going to be making this lovely card, cyclist themed card. Perfect for any male cycling enthusiasts in your life. This particular one is a birthday card, but obviously as always you can tailor it to whichever occasion you need. This is from the brand new collection from Hunkydory. It's the Hobbies for Him collection. It's fantastic. You've got the usual outstanding quality of Hunkydory products, you know, the thick cardstock, the gold or the silver foiling, and the variety as well. The entire collection it's got things like football, golf, fishing, walking, trains, cycling, Formula 1, I say gardening, I think it's got gardening. It's pretty good, it's pretty, you know, something for everything, for everyone in there. You've got like things like man cave type things as well. You've got facts about whiskey and facts about pool, things like that. So it's really good. I really would recommend it. I will put a link in the description to where you can view the whole collection. So I don't know if I said it or not, but the kind of sub collection that I'm going to be using today, the topper set, is called The Great Outdoors, and it features cycling and dog walking, and I think possibly that one has gardening on it as well. You can also get in the collection a picture perfect pad as well. They offer that as part of the multi-buy that has these fantastic artwork on, again over that vast array of hobbies there. And also on the back of each page is like a pattern piece that you can use. It kind of goes with it, you know, so you can sort of experiment with that. It is really good. So I was sent the collection as part of my work on the I've recently become a member of the Hunkydory design team, which is a fantastic opportunity. I'm really loving it. But I did work with them. I made some samples for their craft shows and their website and stuff like that. So that's why I have it. So I wanted to just share with you how fantastic that collection is by doing this little how-to today. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. Right, let's do this. So supplies wise, we have got the Cyclist Topper and cardstock. So I've got the Cyclist, oh, where are you there? The Cyclist Topper, this little tag, it says do what makes you happy. This is one of the gold foiled like runner sections from the Topper set. This is the Cyclist cardstock. It's beautiful. It's on the I think it's either 300 or 350 GSM, so it's so thick. It's really nice quality. And that particular Topper set from the collection is, I believe, the Great Outdoors Topper set. So you can buy those little Topper sets individually if you don't want to buy the whole collection. Maybe you've got a cycling enthusiast in the family. I've got an adorable scoreable card base here. This is, now I think it's pumpkin spice. It's either red cherry or pumpkin spice. Either would work. I just find it really difficult to tell which is which on the swatches that I've got. So it's either one of those. And I have cut this. This is 11.5 by 8 inches, and then I've scored it at 5 3/4 inches, so it makes like a tent card. We've got some gold mirror card that we're going to use for our mount panel, foam pads, construction glue, which is amazing to work with. It's really strong, but you have a couple of minutes. If it's not quite straight, you can manoeuvre it, so I really like that. Scissors, obviously, and I've also got a die cut sentiment from the multi-aperture frame Moonstone die set. Don't know if I'll use this. We'll see what the card looks like when it's made up, but I've done it just in case. So I've cut it twice. I've cut it out of the gold mirror, and then I've also cut it out of just thick scrap cardstock, and I've stuck them together because it just lifts it a little bit, adds a bit of dimension. And then again, I don't know if we'll use these, we might do, again we'll see how it is when it's made up. These are the diamond sparkles, they're like the pearls, and this is the glamorous green set. And a random gold one in there, I don't know how that got in there, but there we go. So you've got these lovely different shades of green, so they will go nicely with the base, the Cyclist cardstock. So let me look at my little sketch here that I've got. Right, so you've got your base panel, so you're going to have a base panel, and then we're going to have a mount panel, so that's going to be the gold mirror, and then we're going to have the like the Cyclist cardstock over the top of that. It's a technique, if you don't know it, it's called mat and layer, the technique, and it's a really brilliant way to just add a little bit of dimension to your cards. It will make them pop just a little bit, so I would recommend you experiment with that because it looks really good. Even minimalist cards, if you have just a bit of layer in there, can make them really pop, so it's a handy technique to learn. So the mirror, that's going to be our mount panel. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut that. We're going to make it into 5 5/8 by 7 7/8 of an inch. So I've got my, this is by, I never know how to say it, is it Vason Creative? Vason Creative? It's a scorer and a trimmer, so it's super handy. It's been an absolute game changer for me recently. So yes, we said 5 5/8 by 7 7/8. So the wonderful thing about this is it's got the increments. So there's 5 1/2. So we move it up a little bit, and then we know that that's 5 5/8. And then we want 7 7/8. So just under 8 inches. So again, we've got 5, 6, and there is 7/8. I'm just going to trim that off there. Put those out of the way. And then we will cut our cardstock here. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to keep this corner with the Cyclist in. So we're going to cut that down to 5 1/2 and 7 3/4 inches, but we're going to make sure that we keep this. So if we want to do it this way, upside down, so that we keep the Cyclist there. So let's do 7 3/4 first. So there's 5, 6. There we go, 3/4. And then we also want 5 1/2. And so again, we want to do it upside down so that we keep the Cyclist there. There we go. I'm going to put those out of the way. Out of the way, I mean on the floor until I tidy up later. Sorry. I'll get rid of that for now. So I love the artwork on these. They always come up with such brilliant, just lovely artwork. So if you see what that's going to look like once we glue it down. So you've got, it sits on top of the gold panel, and then that would go on your card front like so. And you can see how it just makes it pop a little bit. I think it adds a nice bit of dimension, and I think it makes your cards like feel like better quality as well. They don't feel thin. I mean, the Adorable Scorable is thick anyway, but I just think it adds like a luxurious feel, let's say, to your cards. So there we go. So that's what that's going to look like when that's mounted. So I'm going to look at my little notes here. So with this little runner, put these two out of the way for now because we're going to focus on doing the top panel at the minute. So with your little runner, I was thinking I'd do like a little, put this here, and then I could do a little I think you call it a fishtail, don't you, like a banner behind it. So we're going to cut that at 4.5 inches. So, which is there. Slide up there. So the black one is the scorer and the pink one is the cutter. So please don't get them mixed up. I suppose it's not so bad if you accidentally score it, but if you accidentally cut it, it's bad news. And I know that because I have done it. So please don't, it's very frustrating. So we're going to cut this into a little fishtail here. Like so. There we go. Alright. So, if that's going here, you want it to go back there, so it's just under halfway up. Get some of our construction glue here. This one's getting quite empty, so just pour it on. It does smell quite strong, so you know, it's a solvent, so do make sure you take all the appropriate steps, like having a window open, stuff like that. Stick that there. I'm just going to make sure as best I can that it is straight. I think it's a bit wonky. I just get my this way. There we go. There we go. So that's nice and straight. Just give it a good stick just for a couple of minutes. It just takes a couple of minutes just to bond to it. And then we are going to get our little topper. Which again, because of the gold foiling, it's just beautiful. So, I think I'm gonna take this little middle frame off as well. Right. Now what you want to do here is you want to stick this one down first, because if you stick this down and you stick it in the wrong place, you might not have room for your outer frame, and that will be a great shame. So we're going to stick this one down first. So I'm going to cut down some foam pads to size, and then I'm going to double them up so it just lifts it that little bit more. Excuse me, they need to be just a little bit smaller. A bit more. Isn't very well, is it? Let's do it this way. And again. You can tell these scissors are new because they're so sharp, so satisfying. Nothing worse than blunt scissors. So let's just stick a couple of those along here. Just get a couple more. Take one more there. And then if you pull these bits off, every time I glance at my camera, I'm like, I can see like the battery bar turning from green to orange. So I hope very much that I'm going to have enough battery left. I'm going to be really upset. And then we just double them up. how's the weather where you guys are? It's quite nice here. It's a bit nippy. I went for a run this morning. It's a tiny bit nippy, but it's turned out nice. So I don't think the weather forecast really knows what it's doing. We've had it saying it will rain and it's not rained, and we've had it saying it's fine and then it's tipped it down. So all in all, I don't think anyone knows what the weather is doing at the moment. Right, so, oops. Stick those there. And there we go. Right, so then we've got it just that little bit higher. So take these off here. Ooh. Oh, honestly, if something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong when I'm doing a video, isn't it? All of them off. Right, so that's all of them off. So now we can stick it down. Get those out of the way. So we are going to stick that here. So it's got a little, it's about 1/8 of an inch in from the edge of the panel here. Just give it a good stick, make sure all those pads are down. I would probably, after the video, I'd probably go and just strengthen these corners here. But I'm not going to worry about it now, just because of the time. And this one goes in the middle. So we're just going to put one layer of foam pads on these. Show that you've probably seen the purple writing here. So these are Hunkydory foam pads. Because why not go when we're using Hunkydory cardstock? We may as well use Hunkydory glue and Hunkydory foam pads as well, because we love it. Oh, right, there's a bit of a jump in the video there, guys. Sorry, my memory card was full. It did mean I could put a bit more juice in my camera though, so I'm not quite as worried about it running out. So I've just stuck the Cyclist in the middle there, so it's nice and central. So you can already see that we've got a few layers going on here. It's a really nice idea to double up those foam pads there, just to lift it more. So next I was thinking, if I can find my wee little bit of that I've got left over of this little foiled runner, and my little tag. So what I was thinking is, can't get it, stay with me, there we go, my little tag there. I was thinking we could do another one of these little banners. We could just do it coming out from the top here, and we could put that there, just trying not to overlap the chap on his bike too much, but or we could put it, could actually put it here, couldn't we? You can tell this is, I do plan to a certain degree, but it's more like a craft along that we're doing now, isn't it? Sorry. Actually, I think I quite like it here. Yeah, I quite like it there. I prefer it there. Right, so what we are going to do is we're going to do another little fishtail. Very carefully. see how big the little tag is. So we'll put our tag down here. Right, we want it just to touch his arm there. So let's get the old glue out again. Might have put a bit too much on there, we shall see. We'll like blab out the sides. Right, so we said we wanted it just touching his arm, so let's just make sure this is straight. And we can line it up with these lines here, you see. Just make sure that that's what needs to come a bit. Let's have it on his arm a little bit. I don't think he'll mind, do you? I need to bring it over a bit. You see what I mean about this construction? It's really good. If you just do what I just did and kind of mess it up a little bit quite drastically, you can just move it, and then you can kind of rub. Let's get my little cloth. You can kind of rub this just to get rid of the excess. You've got to love trial and error, right? There we go. I think that's much better. Yes, there we go. Right, so that's stuck. Let's just give that a minute to stick, and then we can just cut this little bit off here. There we go. Right, and then we're going to get another foam pad. And stick that here. There we go. Well, I think that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to need this, because I don't think we should. Oh, we can maybe put it in the bottom corner. That might look good. Let's do that. Let's put it in the bottom corner. So instead of the construction glue here, I'm going to use, if I can find it, where have I put it? Here. I'm going to use my little PVA bottle because it's got a much finer tip, and I just think it would be better for doing this. So this is just going to take me a minute or so, I am sorry. It's kind of the boring part of the video, putting glue on things, but all part of the crafting process. I think I'd love to be able to go mountain biking. I am rather embarrassing. I know how to ride a bike, but like I wouldn't. I don't think I trust myself like to keep my balance. So yeah, I think quite like to have the courage to go mountain biking. I'm sure it's great fun. I suppose now I've got older and had children, I'm not as much of a thrill seeker as I once was, which is a great shame, but never mind. Straight, there we go. So make sure it's nice and straight. Yeah, I actually really like that there. I think it looks really nice. And I'm happy that I did that double layer, because again it just makes it stand out just a little bit more. I need a tiny bit more glue under there, under that T and H. I think I need to refill my little pot. There we go. There we go. Right. Now I'm thinking that's nearly done, that's nearly ready to be mounted. I just think, while we've got the mount with me as well, add some of these little gems. I think we're going to go for the darkest ones. You can see, and I'm going to take these 3 middle-sized ones here. I think those are the best choice. Right, I'm not going to get that one because it's not playing. I get this one instead. There you go. I think I'm going to put them across this way. Deary me, it's not going right today, is it? My goodness. These gems, you guys, they're not doing us at all today. Right, let's just get that one again. Pop it there. And come on, number 3. You can work for me. Yes. And there we go. Oh, she looks a tiny bit darker than the others, but never mind. It could just be the light. It still looks good. There. So just make sure they're straightened out. Give them a good firm push. And I think that's ready to be mounted. I'm really happy with that. There we go. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn it round. We're going to get our mount panel ready here. And we're going to take our construction glue again. I'm going to go around the edge. And just a little bit in the middle there. Okay. And we flip it up. I don't know why I turned that round. It doesn't really matter what the way around it goes. Never mind. I'm going to line this up. So you should have about 1/8 of an inch between the two. And so just a little bit of a border around the edge. So the wonderful thing about this construction glue is that if you're not quite good at straight, you've got like a couple of minutes to just manoeuvre it. So I think it's really good to work with. There we go. Just give that a couple of minutes just to bond there. Which is pretty cool. I kind of wish I'd come up with this idea when I was doing my samples for the launch. Never mind. Hindsight and all that. And again, we'll just do the same on the other side. On the other panel, I should say. There we go. Card here. Make sure we get it the right way around, and we do the same. Awesome. Just give it a good press. Go. There we go, guys, all done. And that is our finished card. Thanks for crafting along with me today. So that's me for today, you guys. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration, and I hope it's inspired you to go check out Hunkydory's website, where they've got not just that collection, but they have just so many fantastic things on their website. They have craft supplies, topper sets, papers, just it's like a crafter's paradise there, so just go and check it out anyway. And I might well do, I've got some more leftovers here, so I think I might do another video, at least another one, just showcasing some of the other aspects of this collection as well, because it is fantastic. But in the meantime, until then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.